often have clients who are going through the adjustment of status process, which is the process of going from a non-immigrant visa, such as a TN visa, an H-1B visa, or maybe they came to the United States as a visitor and are now changing over to a green card, and they are in the waiting stage. They want to know if they are allowed to travel domestically within the United States if they have a pending adjustment of status application. The answer in general is yes, you can travel inside the United States if you have a pending adjustment of status application, since you are not crossing any international borders. However, you need to make sure that you do have proper identification with you with your pending, if you have a pending adjustment of status application. In general, TSA will require identification in order for you to board a domestic flight. And there are listed forms of identification that they will accept if you are traveling domestically, such as a state-issued driver's license or photo ID card, a real ID compliant document, a U.S. passport or passport card, DHS trusted traveler card, such as a Nexus card, a permanent resident card, a border crossing card. There are other documents such as, and this is the one we receive the question about most often, and that is your Employment Authorization Document. That can also be used for travel domestically in the United States. So if you are traveling domestically in the United States, TSA will accept a government-issued ID. And they do have an entire list of those documents, and we have the link in this video to our blog where we discuss this in detail and in which documents they will accept if you want to travel domestically with a pending adjustment of status. And TSA will even accept an ID that has been expired up to a year past its expiration date. And this applies to any of their listed accepted forms of documents. Now, children under the age of 18 are not required to provide identification for domestic flights, though airlines may have their own specific policies around that. So be sure to check with the airline before flying in those situations. So there are many different forms of identification that you can use to travel domestically if you have a pending adjustment of status application, including your EAD card or your Employment Authorization Document that is issued during the adjustment of status process. Remember, this applies to domestic flights where you're not going to be inspected by immigration. It does not apply to international travel. If you travel internationally, then you could risk abandoning your adjustment of status application. So verify with the airline as well as with the TSA listed approved documents before you travel domestically. But it is absolutely acceptable to travel domestically in the United States while you have a pending adjustment with the proper documents.